Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Flames left 2 West Hazelton businesses with severe damage Monday night, with no word as to when customers will be able to return. Wyln's Mackenzie Ocker has the story.
Late Monday evening, a fire broke out at Wise Supermarkets. As of now, the cause is unknown, but it is accidental. West Hazelton Fire Marshal Rick Sparks provided more details about the fire.
Do not know for certain at this time. We're here this morning with the State Police Fire Marshal, Trooper Rossi from Troop N in Hazelton, and we hope to find a little bit more about what happened last night, and that should lead us to some conclusions. But at this time, we have ideas, but nothing we can prove so far. We certainly believe the fire was accidental, and the weather, the strong gusty winds, definitely contributed to the fire, to the rapid spread of the fire.
Further estimations will need to be done to account for the total cost and damages to both Wise and PetSmart.
I don't have a specific dollar amount at this time till Wise completes their inventory and so forth, but it's quite extensive. The entire roof is gone and will have to be replaced, and smoke and water damage throughout the store. All the food is lost and will have to be destroyed. Same situation at PetSmart. They've got a lot of water and smoke damage inside, but we were lucky we got all the animals out. They're all being cared for at their facility in Wilkes-Barre, and that's a good thing. No animals were lost. We had 1 firefighter injured, and it could have been a lot worse. We had some dangerous conditions here last night.
It could be quite some time until customers are able to shop again at Wise.
Right now they're trying to remove the excessive water in the store till they get cleaned up and they check everything out. Then they'll have to have an engineer come in, and we're going to have electrical inspectors and so forth to come in. I imagine it's going to be sometime, but I also think they'll work quickly to get open as soon as possible. The building is salvageable, but it's going to need work. There's no doubt about that.
Reporting in West Hazelton for Wyln News, I'm Mackenzie Ocker.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Wilkes-Barre police are investigating a report of shots fired Monday night. The incident happened in the 500 block of North Pennsylvania Avenue, where investigators recovered several shell casings. No injuries or damage was reported, and police are asking anyone with information to call the Wilkes-Barre Police Department at 570-208-4200. A Philadelphia woman involved in a Schuylkill County hit and run has turned herself in to police. 22-year-old Kayla Hayes is accused of striking 16-year-old Eric Richardson while he was crossing East Broad Street in Tamaqua back on November 20th. Witnesses say Hayes left the scene, drove a few blocks away, and abandoned the vehicle. Police discovered that her license was suspended and contacted her in Philadelphia, where she agreed to turn herself in. She surrendered to Tamaqua police Monday morning and was released after posting 10% of $10,000 bail. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for December 21st. A Pottsville man was arrested for allegedly stealing lottery tickets from a convenience store. According to state police, 38-year-old Edward Rayfield stole scratch-off tickets from the C&C Candies and Country store on Long Pond Road. He left the area in a Lincoln Navigator, which was later spotted by police. When troopers pulled him over, Rayfield admitted to taking the tickets, though he said that none of them were winners. He now faces charges of retail theft. Kingston police nabbed yet another man accused of trying to solicit sex from a minor. 21-year-old Dakota Ryan Thoney of Wilkes-Barre communicated online with what he thought was a 14-year-old girl that actually turned out to be an undercover officer. Police say Thoney requested pictures from the girl and commented about having lewd acts with her. He arranged to meet the girl on Saturday, at which point he was arrested. He was charged with 6 counts of unlawful contact with a minor, statutory sexual assault, and criminal use of a communication facility. He was arraigned and taken to Luzerne County Prison for lack of $100,000 bail. A Scranton physician pled guilty to charges relating to the unlawful distribution of controlled substances. Kurt Moran admitted to knowingly and intentionally distributing fentanyl, oxycodone, and other controlled substances outside of his professional practice. He often distributed the drugs without conducting a meaningful physical exam or even meeting the patients, and one person died as a result of using the substances. Moran could face up to 20 years in prison for the charges. Ashland police caught a man stealing from a church in the borough Saturday morning. Borough police were conducting an operation Saturday morning as part of an ongoing investigation into reports of thefts at St. Charles Borromeo Church on Walnut Street. Officers placed photocopied cash in the offering boxes and donation bottles of the church. While police watched through security cameras, 66-year-old Michael Spindler of Millville entered the church and took the money from both locations Saturday afternoon. He was taken into custody and admitted to taking the money from the church and that he was arrested for stealing from a church in Scranton. Any other churches or organizations that have seen or recognized Spindler are being asked to reach out to Ashland Police at 570-875-2600. Luzerne County Acting Manager Ramilda Crocomo expects to appoint a new election director by the end of this week. 8 people applied for the position left vacant when former director Bob Morgan resigned back on October 8th. Of the 8, 2 were interviewed, and the rest were considered to be unqualified for the position. Crocomo is allowed to appoint a new director after consulting with the election board. Tamaqua Area Community Partnership Incorporated was awarded $2 million in state funding for 2 projects. State Representative Jerry Knowles, who played a key role in securing the state funding, was happy to make the announcement yesterday. The money was awarded through the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program and will be used for the demolition of blighted properties along Route 309 in downtown Tamaqua in order to begin the construction of a new 2-story state-of-the-art police station and community center. Funding for the RACP grant and others was authorized by lawmakers in the Capital Budget Project Itemization Act. Japan stunned the U.S. with an attack on Pearl Harbor 80 years ago today, a defining moment in American history. December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. And these words, famously proclaimed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, live on as Americans honor the anniversary of the Japanese attacks on Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. The surprise raid on the major U.S. Navy base near Honolulu killed more than 2,400 Americans, left another 1,100 injured, and in short, signaled our country's entry into World War II. In just one day, wariness about any World War II intervention was reversed, and Congress issued a declaration of war after Roosevelt's speech on December 8, 1941. Fast forwarding to August of 1994, Congress designated December 7th as National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. Coming up on WYLN News, Honda's latest recall, plus it's Christmas time at the Wiltsey. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old. So it's gonna snow. So get your jackets on in case you want to play in the snow. And if you don't want to play in the snow, don't get your jackets on.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, Fabergé Follies, and the Hazleton Area High School Cougar Crooners. General admission tickets are just $10. Sounds of the Season, December 11th, is sponsored by these local businesses.
Nearly 725,000 SUVs and pickup trucks are being recalled by Honda. The recall covers certain 2019 Passports, 2016 through 2019 Pilots, and 2017 through 2020 Ridgeline pickups. Honda says that the hood latch striker can become damaged and separate from the hood, which can cause the hoods to open while the vehicles are moving. Dealers will either repair the striker or replace the hood if necessary at no cost to owners. Honda will notify owners by letter starting January 17th. The Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center will be hosting the 16th annual Sounds of the Seasons. Let's celebrate. Doors open at 6 for the 7 p.m. concert this Saturday, December 11th. The event will feature the renowned Hazleton Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, with special performances by the Fabergé Follies, the Cougar Crooners, and featured soloists. Tickets are $10 each, and all seating is general admission. Tickets can be purchased through any orchestra or dance member and will be available at the door the night of. Regardless of vaccination status, masking and social distancing will be observed during the performance. We'll see you at the Wiltsey. 1224 will also be performing at the Wiltsey Center this month. The high-energy, full-scale Holiday Rock Orchestra will be performing next Friday, December 17th. Show starts at 8, but the lobby will be open to the public from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. with local crafters and businesses. Interested vendors can email wiltseydirector@gmail.com or message the Wiltsey Center at the Historic Castle Facebook page. Tickets will be sold at Boscov's and the Lara Mall for $25 each or online at eventbrite.com. Masking and social distancing will be observed during the performance regardless of vaccination status. Visit wiltseycenter.org or their Facebook page or call 570-455-5863 for the details. Coming up on McAdoo's News Choice, we talk porch pirates on the Stripper Talk Tuesday, plus Leading the Way, Part 2. Stay with us.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
1224 presents a high-energy holiday rock orchestra concert featuring holiday music as well as their own holiday creations. Inspired by the music and stage presentation of some of music's greatest rock orchestras, this group delivers. See them at the Wyln Center, 700 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, Friday, December 17th at 8 p.m. Get your tickets online at wiltseacenter.org.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Tomorrow's care starts today with Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your ER partner.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on WYLN. We are joined, as always, by State Trooper Anthony Petrosky. Welcome.
Good to be here.
Folks, it's that time of the year, and we're all getting packages delivered to our house. We're all getting presents that are either for us or for our family and friends. And so when that happens, we're going to be ordering from all the major retailers, and we're going to be getting packages delivered to us, whether it be Amazon or the USPS or FedEx. People are going to be at our door, and they're going to be dropping off packages. Now, when that happens, there's also an incident that has occurred and has become more popular for people. It's because we order a lot more online and we get a lot more delivered to us. And that is people come around in our neighborhoods and they can tend to see packages on the door or at the doorstep and they'll take them. We call them porch pirates. It's a typical term for them. But obviously, we are all aware that is theft. And
absolutely. So that's what we call them, thieves.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about how to protect yourself, your packages, and make sure that everything's okay so that you don't end up with a situation where you're losing some of your stuff that you've ordered to a porch pirate. So let's start off just in general, the precautions you have to take when you order a package, what you need to prepare your front door with, what's probably the easiest way to do things.
Yeah. So, you know, it's important now to know when the package will be delivered because we do have a lot of thefts of packages out near the garage door, the front door. So thankfully, we can use this technology to our advantage and follow the tracking number and follow when the package will be delivered. So if you know you're not going to be home that day, you might not be getting home till later when it's dark out, you can ask a neighbor, hey, can you go over and get this? It's valuable. I'll grab it off you when I get home. But it's important to follow up and know when it's going to be delivered so then you can expect it. And this way, if it's not delivered, you can follow up on it with the delivery service, or if you think it was removed from your house, you contact the police agency that covers your jurisdiction. There's a lot of cameras out there that can help people and can help police. Years ago, when you got a security system, you'd have to pay a monthly charge to have that security system. Now you could buy these wireless cameras, and anytime somebody comes to your front door, wherever you have these cameras, it will send you an alert to your phone, and you can see who it is. That's a great tool to have. It really is. There's so many of them out there. You can pick which one works for you. There's so many, and they could capture somebody coming to your house, delivering a package, or even removing a package. And then we can use that. You know, chances are a camera might not stop somebody from doing it, but it might catch them in the act. And that works for us. It may deter them if they see it. If you put a sign up that says cameras in use, that might deter somebody from even coming to your house. If you're expecting a package, you don't have cameras, ask a neighbor, hey, are you going to be home today? I'm expecting this package. Can you just watch out for it? You know, it's good to look out for your neighbors. Unfortunately, we do have people in the area that will go and do this, and if they do it to your neighbors, they might do it to you. So it's good to look out for each other and know when these packages are going to be delivered.
I've actually seen a few of those videos where there's a new one, I think, that like says something to the people when they're at the door.
Very creative.
And it's very interesting to watch people who are stealing from the porch, and then the thing goes off and they, oh, sorry.
They're not expecting that. They're not expecting it.
And kind of going into it more, if unfortunately sometimes that doesn't happen for everybody, and sometimes people get away with their package. What should somebody do if that happens to them?
Yeah, so if you were expecting a package and it wasn't delivered, contact the delivery service first. Find out if it was delivered. See if you can get proof of it. Sometimes delivery service will take a picture. So see if you can get proof that it was delivered. Now we know a theft has occurred. Make sure none of your neighbors took it. And then contact the police department that works in the area where you live, and they'll conduct a thorough investigation.
Yeah. And I guess with the holidays, it's just one of those times that people are going to be, out and about, and you kind of have to be aware of it. And unfortunately, folks, this is something that happens, and it's something that we're facing more and more nowadays. But like we said, take the precautions. If you can, I've seen a lot of people find hiding places or little boxes that they can place packages in. Get those rings or whatever they're called. There's a bunch of different names for them now. Those security systems are absolutely perfect for this kind of thing. And just take care of tracking your package, making sure everything's up to date and when it's going to arrive. But thank you so much for talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, folks, for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday on WYLN.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
M&J Excavation, serving the area with quality and dependable home heating oil with competitive pricing. Also on and off-road oil delivery for your heavy equipment. They also provide paving and excavation services. 570-233-1898.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Pat Ward's leading the way into part 2 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Pat Ward from United Way of Greater Hazleton. Pat, thanks for joining us. When did you know that you'd be where you are today, and what led you to pursue that interest?
I never knew that I would be here. It was unplanned. It really was, Tracy. I always believed in the United Way when I started in radio in the 1970s, that the old WAZL, they were very community oriented, and we were always encouraged to participate. At the time, it was known as the United Fund, and everybody at the radio station gave a little bit out of their paychecks. So, and I was only 18 years old at the time, so I started giving to the United Way when I was 18, and then throughout my career, there was a time that when I became vice president of community relations for Hazelton St. Joseph Medical Center and then the Greater Hazelton Health Alliance, I was served on the United Way board, and I was fortunate enough to rise to chairman of the board, rise being a quote unquote, and when I was chair, my predecessor, Mary Malone, many of you know Mary, she's at the Chamber of Commerce now, Mary decided to step aside and the board asked me to come in on a 6-month interim basis, and that was 16 years ago.
Hey, wow, it's nice to hear that you were at such a young age and you actually started to donate at such a young age.
Well, and I attribute a lot of that to the people at the radio station, because as kids we didn't know what the United Fund was in the time, but now I know, and to me it's a labor of love. I just, it's such gratifying work to help people.
That's great to hear. What steps did you take to achieve the goals to where you are?
Well, again, I for most of my life I was in communications, public relations, journalism, and a lot of the work that I do is communicating our United Way mission, the work of our 20 agencies, and asking people to donate. Sometimes it's not the easiest job, but we have such a great story to tell. We help so many people in the community that, again, not to sound redundant, it is a labor of love. So I think everything that I did in my life previously led me up to this.
Check back tomorrow night as Pat Ward continues leading the way into part 3 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.